Narrated Ikrimah. Rifa divorced his wife, whereupon Abdurrahman bin Az-Zubair al-Qarazi married her. Aisha said that the lady came wearing a green veil and complained to Aisha, of her husband, and showed her a green spot on her skin caused by beating. It was the habit of ladies to support each other. So when Allah's messenger came, Aisha said, I have not seen any woman suffering as much as the believing women. Look, her skin is greener than her clothes. This is not a girl from New York saying this, Milan. This is not a girl from New York making this complaint. You can't say, oh, but Aisha was used to, these women were used to their husbands beating them all over the place. Apparently, they just never got used to that. Apparently, they always thought that was a bad idea for their husbands to beat them until their skin turned green. Do you not understand? Dude, this is timeless. This isn't, these spoiled girls from New York. They don't understand what it's like for it to be completely normal for a husband to beat her until her skin turns green. They don't understand that. It's normal normal during the time of your prophet, when all of these guys are following the example of your prophet, and these are the same guys who think it's a great idea to beat their wives until their skin turned green, and you're sitting here defending it.
And notice what she said, Dave, that she didn't see any other women suffering as much as believing women. But hold on. Didn't Aisha get the memo? Muhammad came to liberate women and exalt them. Did she not get the memo? Come on now. Now I'm going to give you the hadith, my friend. This is in Sahih Muslim. It's also in Sunan Nasai. It's in various hadith collections. Here it is, Sunan Nasai, Volume 3, Book 21, Hadith 2039. You can all read this on sunnah.com, sunnah.com. This is, again, Sunan Nasai, and it's Sahih. It's graded Sahih. Sunan Nasai, Volume 3, Book 21, Hadith 2039. And I'll even read the Sahih Muslim version, but I'm just going to read the relevant portion. Guys, he said Muhammad never beat his wives. Here, Muhammad speaking to Aisha, who frightened him because she snuck up on him because Muhammad went out at night when he was sleeping next to her. And Aisha wanted to know, where's Muhammad going? Now, Dave, before I read the rest of this, does this sound like a woman who trusts her husband? Because he gets up in the middle of the night, he goes out, she's following him because she's thinking what? He's going to go out to pray? Or she's thinking, he may be going to another one of his wife's homes on my day.
Or a slave girl or boy or who knows what this dude is doing, because he's the freakiest dude she's ever encountered.
And so here, let me read it to you.
But notice she's like, I got to find out, right?
Yeah, she got up in the night, and then
I can't even imagine. I have no idea what this dude is doing. I got to go watch.
That tells you that he wasn't that trustworthy, al-Amin, because even his child bride suspected him. Now, she ran back so that Muhammad wouldn't suspect that she was, following him. But when he came in, he noticed she's out of breath. And so he said, so were you the black shape that I saw in front of me? I said, yes. He struck me on the chest, which caused me pain.
Struck me on the chest, which caused me pain. That sounds like that sounds like he hit her.
Yeah. Then he said, did you think that Allah and his messenger would deal unjustly with you? Right after you just smacked me in the chest and knocked the wind out of me, yeah, I think you would, because you just did so. Oh, but no, Allah's messenger was given right to beat his wife. I said, whatever the people conceal, he knows it. So Sahih, Sunan Nasai, it's found in Sahih Muslim, but I think that's sufficient to refute that point. Your own sources say he did hit his wives. Now, we're told he hit Aisha, but we're not told if he hit anyone else. So that doesn't mean he didn't. It simply means it's not reported. Because the last thing I would suspect Muslims would do, go around counting all the instances where Muhammad hit his wives. So even if I didn't have a report, how do you know he didn't hit his wives? Where did it say he didn't hit? To say that there isn't an explicit narration that says he hit them doesn't mean he never hit them at all, especially when in chapter 4 he's given that right to beat a wife that he fears is being rebellious. Chapter 4, verse 34. But thankfully, we do have a narration that says that. Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 223. Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 223. Men, your wives are your field. They are your tillage. Plow into them any manner you deem fit. That's what you find in the Quran.
And Sam, according to Sunan Abu Dawood, if I recall correctly,
Yep.
wasn't the historical background of that verse that a woman didn't want to have sex with her husband in a certain position? He said, "Hey, I want to have sex in this position." She says, I don't want to do that. I only want, missionary style. I don't want anything else." So he goes and complains to Muhammad, and that's when Muhammad receives the revelation. She's your field for plowing. Plow her however you want.
100%. That's exactly what you'll find in all the Hadith
It's
collections.
beautiful. It's
Yep.
beautiful. It's so beautiful. We heard that.
Yeah.
From
And then also part of it says the Jews were making fun of the Muslims. This is in the same narration. You can read this. You can read this on altafsir.com. Read the commentators, read the Hadith, Sunan Abu Dawud and others. It says the Jews would say, hey, Muslims, you shouldn't be having intercourse from, what can I say behind? I'm trying to be G-rated here. This filthy religion. From behind, because then you may have a squint-eyed child. And then the Jews are making fun. You understand? The Jews would make fun of the Muslims. They would, and it says that even in Ibn Ishaq, it says the Jews would give Muhammad a hard time because they would actually make fun of him. So they're making fun. Hey, Muslims, be careful now. If you have sex from behind, you may have a squint-eyed child. So the verse came down saying, if you want to have it anyway, I'm going to keep it G-rated. They are your field. You can enter into them the way you want. And when the woman complained, like you said, she was an Ansari. This man was from Mecca. And when he married this woman from Medina, the Muslim men went to Mecca, married these women from Medina. This man wanted to have sex with her from behind. She goes, hey, we're not used to that. We Ansari women don't do it. Do it the way I'm accustomed. Allah says, hey, shut your mouth. You're his field. He can plow into you the way he wants. Enjoy it and shut your mouth. That's the historical context.
All right. So notice, do you think the Dawa teams, and I know we didn't get through much of that video, guys. I think we got through all of the actual content of that video, right? They start chit-chatting and so on after that. But notice, do you think that girl who's receiving Dawa from her friends and from Ali Dawa, do you think they told her one word of anything we just went through? No. What did they do? They flat out, completely, indisputably lied to her.
Here we go. This is your Islamic books. This is how stupid the Quran is, and this is how filthy this book is. Do you see it? Scourge them. If you suspect that your wife, she might be in a stage of going to be disobedient, she is not even disobedient yet. You jail them in their rooms, you scream at them, and you scourge them. But don't be exaggerating. How we can scourge our women? The Hadith explained that. Muhammad in the Hadith, he said, beat them until you make their skin greener than their clothes. This is accepted in Islam, and let us prove that. Read with me. This is a woman, this is a story of a Muslim woman, because the filthy rules of Muhammad, who made an order that if a female woman, she is divorced 3 times from her husband, she cannot get back to her husband Rifa unless she sleep and have intercourse with other men. And not only that, she have to taste his orgasm and he have to taste her orgasm. Raf'a divorced his wife, whereupon Abdul Rahman bin Zubayr al-Qurazi married her. So this is a woman, she used to be married to a guy, his name is Raf'a. Now she is married to a man, his name is Abdul Rahman. What happened? Aisha said that a lady came wearing a green veil and complained to her of her husband, and showed her a green spot in her skin caused by beating. It was the habit of ladies to support each other. You see, they are saying to you, she is not supporting her because she's right. No, she's supporting her because they are women supporting each other. So when Allah Messenger came, Aisha said, I have not seen any suffering women women suffering as much as a believing women. So Aisha here confirmed that a Muslim woman, she is the worst in life. She have no good life. She is suffering the worst. Who is witnessing for that? Aisha. She's witnessing that between all the women of the Arab, no woman is suffering as much as a believing woman. Look at her skin. Her skin is greener than her clothes. Her skin, this is not, they say to us, you beat her light beating, right? Look at this. This is light beating. Her skin is greener than her clothes. When Abdurrahman he heard that his wife had gone to the Prophet, he came with his 2 sons from other wife, and she said, by Allah, I have done no wrong to him. He is impotent and he is useless to me like this, which means his penis is not working. Look how filthy the society, look how disgusting those people are. Holding, showing the fringe of her garment. Abu Abdurrahman said, by Allah, O Messenger of Allah. She told a lie. I'm very, very strong. I can satisfy her. What is enough? What is next? Maybe he's going to hold his private part and he will do it live. I'm very strong. I can satisfy her, but she is disobedient and she want to go back to Rifa. Aha! Now we know what's happening. This woman, she married this man because the filthy Muhammad, the mad Muhammad, the crazy Muhammad, he made a rule that if a woman she divorced her husband, or a man divorced his wife, sorry, 3 times, she cannot get back to him unless she marry a new husband and he F her and he tastes her juice and she tastes his juice, which is orgasm, and then and only then she can go back to the husband. So now this woman, she married this new man, but she don't want to sleep with him. She want him to get back as a tool to get back to the previous husband. So look what happened. Allah Messenger said to her, if that is your intention, then know that it's unlawful for you to remarry Rafa unless Abdurrahman he tastes your juice. You see in the translation they say until he has sexual relationship. What kind of religion making a rule that a woman she cannot go back to her husband unless she goes sleep with the new man, and that man he have to test her orgasm and she have to test his orgasm حتى يذوق عسيلتك until he tastes your orgasm. This is a prophet of God. And not only that, the man he did beat the hell of his wife, and then Muhammad he sponsor him by beating your wife. It's lawful for you. Did Muhammad say why you beat your wife? No. He was against the women and he judged for the man that he's right. He said to her, if this is your attention, you should know it's not lawful for you. And as you see, Muhammad is taking the side of the man perfectly. So we beat the women, we make her skin greener than her clothes, and yet they say to me, you are lying. Where is my lies? I'm showing you everything I say, and this is the reference. Prove me wrong.